Are you looking for a way to add easy elegance to your cards? If you answered yes, then I'm going to show you how. Hi fellow crafters, I'm Terri from nutsAboutStamping.com. I love sharing techniques and project ideas for rubber stamping, paper crafting, and scrapbooking with you each week. Be sure to hit that red subscribe button and the bell beside it so that you'll be the first to be notified when my next video goes live. Be sure to watch all the way through this video for my bonus tips and design ideas. And if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator yet, I would love for you to choose me. I will link to my online stores in the description box under this video. Last week I showed you 2 ways to use cardstock vellum on your cards. This week I want to introduce the Vellum Basics Specialty Designer Series paper and show you a card idea that is both visually soft and romantic. Shall we get started? I think that using vellum on cards adds instant elegance. The Vellum Basics pack introduces patterns such as stripes and polka dots and these gorgeous leaves, which makes these sheets suitable for any occasion. Vellum adds a touch of softness to any creation. Whether you use it alone or you can actually stamp on it, you are going to love the results. So for today's card, I'm going to use my favorite pattern, at least so far, which is the leaves. My card base is going to be soft seafoam, and it's going to be a portrait layout. And to that, I want to add a layer of soft seafoam, but I want to emboss it first using one of these Basics embossing folders. These are available online only, and I will link, as I've said already, to the online store in the description box under this video, so you can link over to my online store and see the other 2 folders that comes in the pack of 3. They're amazing. All right, there we go. We've got some gorgeous texture on this layer. Now what I'm going to do is use my multi-purpose liquid glue and adhere these 2 together. Now I'm going to do a bunch of die cutting. I've got my Meadow Dies, and from that pack, I've chosen this Meadow die, and I'm going to die cut some soft seafoam. And then I have 2 scrap pieces of basic cardstock vellum, not the patterned one, just the basic one. And I'm going to die cut 2 of these Meadow Dies. And then I've got a scrap piece of soft seafoam, and I've got this little butterfly from, again, the Meadow Dies, so I'm going to die cut that. And then from the leaf patterned cardstock vellum, I'm going to die cut this scallop layer, and that comes from the Scalloped Contours dies. So I'm going to stop the video and I'm going to do all this die cutting, and then we'll get on with the next step in this card. All right, I've got all the pieces, and normally I would adhere this layer onto my card base and then add the elements, but I'm actually going to do the reverse for this particular card, and I'll show you why in a minute. So what I want to do is figure out my layout. So I think what I'll do is put these 2 vellum pieces at the back, and then this soft seafoam piece, and then this little butterfly, like so. I wonder if it would be nice to have, no, I'm going to put the 2 vellum pieces at the back and this main die on the front, this main die cut piece on the front. And I'm going to use my multi-purpose liquid glue to adhere everything together. So I'll go ahead and do that, and I'll come back and show you what it looks like. And there we go, it's coming together nicely. I've got everything adhered down. Now, the reason that I did it on this layer before adhering the layer onto my card base is that if you put adhesive on the back of vellum, you can see through it, so that you would be able to see the dots of glue on the front. So by adhering these pieces on the front and then turning it over, I can see a guide as to where I can put adhesive so that the layer will stay flat on my card, but you won't see adhesive through the front. I hope that makes sense. All right, that's what it looks like, and it's coming along beautifully. Now let's think about a phrase. In the Around the Bend stamp set, there's this phrase that says, "I'm just so happy for you." And I love that phrase because it could be used for birthday, wedding, engagement, just a friendship card, congratulations. There's so many uses for it. So I've got it mounted onto a clear block, and I have a scrap piece of soft seafoam. Whoops. And I'm going to use my soft seafoam ink. So I'm basically doing the same color ink on the cardstock. And then I'll show you what we're going to do with it. Now what I want to do is I want to cut this phrase into 3 pieces. I'm just so happy for you. And I'm going to just trim each piece so that it's a little bit narrower, and then I'll show you how we're going to adhere it onto the card. Now the next thing I want to do is lay my phrase out, and I like the kind of off straight or angled look to it. So I'm going to adhere these next using my multi-purpose liquid glue. I've decided I'm going to use some baker's twine, and I've got the Essentials pack, which I love. It's got lots of different colors in here, so it's perfect for these, are perfect for all sorts of different projects. And I'm going to add my bow down towards the bottom of the Meadow elements, and I'll do that using a mini glue dot. Now here's a tip for you. If I used the flat round mini glue dot, my little knot is smaller than the dot, so that will create a sticky zone. So what you can do is just take your tool and roll it in so that it creates a smaller dot, and then you can apply it and push the knot of the bow down, and it will not create a sticky spot on your card front. And the last thing I want to do is add some iridescent pearls. These are a basic jewels pack that are available in the annual catalog. And I love them because they add a little bit of bling and they still maintain that romantic look or soft look that I'm trying to achieve on my card. And there we go. I love the look that the Vellum Basics Specialty paper adds to this card. I think it makes this card romantic, soft, and elegant, which was what I was trying to achieve. If you would like a complete listing of supplies that I used, measurements for the layers, and product ordering numbers, I will link over to my blog article in the description box under this video. You can hop on over there and get all the information you need. I'm Terry. I am nuts about stamping. I'll see you at the next video. Bye for now.